Glazing for this game, Sparking Zero, needs to stop, man. Y'all looking like a bunch of Krispy Kreme glazed donuts out here glazing this game so hard, bro. I actually went out there and got this game because all these people say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. If you buy the game, that's just a demo. Wait till you get the real game. So you know what I said? Okay. I went out there and picked up the Ultimate Edition just so I could play the game 3 days early. And guess what, guys? Y'all want to sit there and say Xenoverse is casual? Did you know that you can literally dodge and block attacks without even hitting a button on your controller? And y'all think you have the audacity to talk about Xenoverse? Like, this ain't even a real fighting game, bro. And what's crazy, because I wasn't having fun with it when I was playing with my friends. And you know what? The only way we had fun is when we said, you know what? This is not a competitive game. This is just a game for fun. And we started having a little bit more fun with it. So before you people say, well, see, there you go. You had fun with the game. But it's not a competitive Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi game, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Budokai Tenkaichi 2, 3, they were all competitive games, bro. Even Raging Blast. Now, this by far is not better than Raging Blast. I'm sorry. After playing this, now they did add a few aesthetics, like with Super Boo when he does like the move where he just kind of blows up the area. Yeah, there's a lot of cool things added to Sparking Zero. I'm not gonna sit there and downplay that, but the overall combat and gameplay is very lackluster, even with some of these mini games, bro. Like y'all were complaining, I'm tired of twirling my controller around in circles. But then you got ones where they're like quick time events and then you're matching them. And then I personally don't, and they have a lot of them, mind you, too. Because like if you clash with the hands and if you clash when grabbing him, and that's cool. There's times, and another thing too, we did rush attacks towards each other, right? And a lot of times, certain characters I would have rush ultimate attacks that would just override the other character, even though the other one did his first. I'm like, what the? Like, I mean, what did you counter? No, but in games like Rage and Blast 2, that is where the clash began. See, this game has a problem. I think they try to add too much to it, and they ruined the gameplay because there's at times where the clashes feel random. I'm sorry, man. I'm like that. I was telling my boy, I'm like, yo, that should have been a clash. Well, we both did our ultimate rush attacks, and then we start fighting for it, and then whoever wins should get their ultimate. Now, the beam struggles is not even worth doing because if you get hit with a beam struggle, it seems like you get hit with 4 times the amount of the damage if you fail. So it ain't even worth going for, man. Anybody going for beam struggles, you just helping the other dude win. I was whooping this dude's behind, and then I was like, you know what, let me do a beam struggle to be funny. Oh, come on, hit the dude, right? We clashed with one another. He won, and I lost. Had like 3 bars of health, and I still lost. Well, it's realistic to Dragon Ball. That's what happened to Perfect Cell, though. Okay, I get it. You don't have to do the beam struggles. That's fine. I'm just saying. I'm just letting people know, for people that haven't played the game, that, don't expect to live past the beam struggle this time around. I'm just not happy with the game, man. I think there's a lot of characters. I think the story was good. The music is garbage. There's not one good soundtrack in this game. There's just a lot of things wrong with it. I didn't get a chance to try the story mode, and to be honest, I really don't want to play it. So that's why I haven't called this video a review. I'm just giving you guys more of my previews and first impressions. I'm not happy. I don't think this is a game that I'm going to be playing for years, man. Rage and Blast 1, 2, Budokai Tenkaichi 2, 3, Budokai 1, 2, and 3. These are better games, bro. They're more competitive. Yeah, they could be more simplistic. No, actually, there's a few things that they remove. The snap vanishing. So, all right, let me explain something. So now, right, there's only one attack. Y'all like, huh, what you mean? There's no longer light and heavy attack. Everything's done through one corresponding button. So y'all like, what does that mean? So you know how Xenoverse has light and then strong attack if you want to hit him in the gut? So in this game, they felt that they needed to simplify it even more by having all that being done with one button. You're like, what? Yeah. And on top of that, you can go for sweeps and all this. See, this game sucks, bro, because I'm going to tell you guys something. Rage and Blast 2, right? If you hit a character low, right? If you hit a character low, you can perfect block it low. Right? If you hit a character high, you could perfect block it high. There was 2 ways. You could do it downwards or you could do it upwards, right? You could do that in that game. This game, no. No, it's not possible, right? You can go for the legs, but you can still get the blocks. and the game will auto block for you at times. Now I don't know if that's based on some settings that I was using, but I was even using it in ranked because I was just trying to get through the game. So maybe some settings, but still, but if I'm using this in ranked, then most other people are gonna use it in ranked too. Okay, we was playing ranked, and I'm like, let me try. Like I wasn't even moving, and the dude's trying to punch me, and he couldn't even hit me because my character was auto blocking. So which ended up making my auto dodge, which made my dodges and everything else easier. And another thing to have a problem with it was Sparking Zero. Sometimes it feels like the punches don't connect. Like I never played a Dragon Ball game where you're punching somebody and it feels like your hits are not registering. You know? I don't know if it's me. I mean, I've heard a lot of people complain. I'm like, yo, I'm hitting this dude first, and then all of a sudden he just overthrows me and hits me with his, and then I'm getting pummeled. I'm like, how does this even work? You know, Rage and Blast, if you're the one that got the first attack, you were the one that was dealing the damage. Now, whatever happened with him teleporting and vanishing out of it, that was based off the skill. Now, in this game, I'm like you got two guys swinging at each other, and it's just like one just it's weird. It's like, I don't know if you guys, it's so weird. It's kind of hard to explain. You know, it kind of has like that old Budokai Tenkaichi 3 where some characters can be more immune to your attack. I hated that, bro. I wanted Rage and Blast to be where it was like competitive, that if you hit the character, it registers as a hit, no matter how strong or how powerful your character is in the Dragon Ball universe. Okay, I wanted a competitive fighting game. Some characters have higher health bars. I think if you use a fusion character, they get 4 health bars in comparison to a character like Hercule that gets 2. So I guess that's more in play for the DP system. I don't like it, bro. I don't like it because in Rage and Blast, every character could be viable. This has the same exact treatment. Matter of fact, even in Xenoverse 2, some characters can be viable. Bro, ain't nobody running Hercule, bro. Every time I was playing this game online, everybody was either you are Goku, hit, Beerus. They all play every time. Gogeta. Like, you should have seen how many times I was going against Gogeta, bro. Like, you got people out here spamming the same characters, bro. They ain't even using the 180 characters that the game has on the back cover, bro. They out here using the same two, Lord Beerus, Gogeta, and that's it. Because there's no consequence. You get 4 health bars with some of these characters, when other characters get 3 or 2. Especially if you're doing single battle, you're at a huge disadvantage if you're playing single battle. I'm just not a fan, man. All this Glazing, all these people, man, y'all gonna be comparing it to me all these things. I gave the game a chance. I went out there, I picked up the game. I said, you know what? Maybe I'm just, complaining too much about this game. Let me see what it's all about. Now you can't say nothing to me because I picked up the game, I played it for myself, and I'm going to sit there and tell you, Rage and Blast 2 is better. It's a better fighting game. It's more competitive. There's more intricacies. There's way more skill involved in Rage and Blast 2 than what we're playing with this game. Okay? It was so bad that I'm like, yo, this game has some nice added features, but it's starting to feel like a Xenoverse. And then on top of that, some of the ultimates would take long. Like, I get it. It looks very cinematic. Like I said, I'm very impressed with some of the transformations. It's just like it's all the cinematics, the animations, the graphics was all perfect, right? But even when the characters talk, they don't even feel like they're even involved in the conversations. They just look like they have these stagnant faces. It's me, Turles. I'm here to destroy you. And it's like there's really no personality involved, And then with Vegeta's double Galick Gun, he does like the little foot thing like he does against Q, Poi Poi, whatever that dude's name is. And what is it, Buu Saga. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool, but there's no reason for him to really do that on Earth because he did that to prove a point. I was like, man, it's like they tried so hard to like show you guys that this is like based on the anime. Like, there's a few good things, like with Super Buu and his ultimate, you can see his facial expression, and it looks really good. It does. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's impressive. But the game is all flash, no substance. That's probably the best way to explain this game. It's all flash, no substance. It really is, man. I'm sorry, man. I like the game in some aspects. They did a few good things, but I think they changed. It's essentially Budokai Tenkaichi Light. That's what it is. It doesn't feel like a skillful game. It don't. It's just, to me, it's not fun, bro. I'm sorry, because I was expecting more of a competitive Dragon Ball game. Now, if you want to play it as a casual game, yeah, you'll probably more likely find fun with it, because that's what I had to do to start enjoying this game. because I was not like, if for example I was using Brawly, right, and I was just dragging rushing on dudes and hitting Brawly ultimate attack, bro. You can kill them in 2 moves. You could destroy them in 2 moves, bro. Just hit them with 2 ultimates. And you know what's even more crazy? You could even loop it. This is how bad it is, bro. I'm gonna tell you how bad this game is, right? Kakarot was broken in Rage of Blast 2 because sometimes um, Brawly can absorb hits or whatever. But I get that. But it would drain ki, right? See, now check this out, right? Because there's 2 things. You got the bar for your supers, and then you have the bar for your signatures. So when you're playing the game, right, and I'm hitting these dudes with the Brawly ultimate attack, okay, it does a lot of damage. Then I notice that I got 3 of these other bars. I hit Kakarot and I get back to my ultimate again, and then I sit there, Dragon Rush, hit him, throw out the ultimate, and then he gets hit every time. He loses in 2 hits. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm like, bro, I'm just sending these little Brawly blasts, and he's done in 2 hits. There was one time I was losing the game, bro. I was losing so bad. This guy was actually pretty good. And I did that technique, and I beat him. I'm like, yo, what is going on here, man? I know he was irritated because he's like, oh, I should have won. How did you do this? You just hit me with 2 ultimates, and I'm done. Yeah, it's that bad, bro. You hit this dude with 2 ultimates for some characters, bro, it's game over. Game over. Like, Rage of Blast, you would have to hit a character a few times, like maybe 3 or 4 or 5 times, right, to even completely eliminate their health, man. There was some real battles going on here. There ain't no real battles with this, bro. This game sucks. I'm sorry. I picked up the game up. You know what's even more crazy? I thought this game was going to be good, so I ended up pre-ordering a version on Xbox because I got friends that play there. And you know what I did? I canceled it, guys. I canceled them. I can't. That's how bad. I literally canceled the pre-order. Like, I'm actually kind of ashamed that I paid $116 for this game. I'm gonna just, like I said, just take it because that's what else? PlayStation 5 ain't gonna refund me. Maybe if I bought it on Xbox, they probably would have. But this, I was not happy with this, man. And I think a lot of OG Dragon Ball fans are gonna look at this game and say, yeah, it has some fun elements, it has some fun aspects to the game, but this ain't competitive, bro. Like, there ain't gonna be no competitive scene, there ain't gonna be no Evo for this game. This game is a joke, okay? It's a joke. Y'all say that Xenoverse 2 was a joke. This game is probably more of a joke than that because at least with that game, we know it's a joke. But this game takes itself too seriously, and especially the community. Y'all taking this game so seriously just because it's a Budokai Tenkaichi, well, a game within the Budokai Tenkaichi universe, but it's a lighter version of it. It's a softer approach to the game, and I feel like they did that to appeal to the casuals. They made the game easier. They took some key aspects that gave the game skill because people's like, well, they added new ones. That should have and contributed to the other parts. No, it doesn't. It doesn't, though. See, that's the bad part about it. The new things that they added didn't really contribute to the skills, man. Like, I remember there was times where you had to hit the button at certain button prompts to, like, hit them and then you're vanishing and stuff. It just looked way more skillful. This game, bro, like the clashing of the hands and catching the dude's hand when he's about to hit you. Yeah, it looks good. It looks Dragon Ball, but there's really not that much skill involved. I mean, you got to kind of perfect counter it to get the leg. I don't know, man. I ain't feeling it, bro. And like I said, hopefully you guys feel the same way. But more than likely, I wouldn't recommend picking this game up. And if you do, pick it up for cheap, bro. Like, it's fun if you picked it up for $29.99, but this was not worth what I paid for. I'm sorry. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of the day. Peace out.